Hey guys, this is Bobby Powers YGO here, and I'm going to be showing you guys my tournament deck and telling you guys how it went, the tournament evaluation, with Mermail, Atlantean, frogs. So I'm going to go through the deck profile and then I'll tell you guys how the tournament went. So we got your starters, 3 Prince, and 2 Diva. She's basically an Atlantean. She only summons Atlanteans, but she's insane. He's insane. If you draw Called by the Grave and these cards, you're basically winning the game. 3 Dragoons. Obviously, he's like the best searcher for your deck. 2 Infantry and 1 Marksman. I think this is just the best ratio in general right now. Marksman might not even be necessary, but he was just there for a body and a name, and he activates in the same turn that infantry will activate if you need to, so it's good. Have multiple effects. 3 Mermail Abyss Megalo. A lot of people tell me to play 2. Honestly, I'd rather play 3. I'd rather draw 2 of this card than like 2 of 1 of this card and then like 1 Abyss lead, or 1 of this card and 1 Abyss Amander. Like, it's just better to draw this card in general. It's just how you OTK too, so you want to see him. 3 Mermail Abyss Teus. He's obviously really good, and he searches this card. This card you can debate on running more than 1 of, but honestly I think just 1's fine. You don't get her effect off of Abyss Alicia, but you do get her effect off of Swap Frog, so works pretty well. So the 7 card Mermail engine. For your not Mermail water monsters, we got 2 Gamma Seal. I mean, that's pretty standard, to be honest. It's the first turn deck, so he's just there to kill window in case they go first, or whatever the heck is the problem card. 1 10U Spirit, the water one. He's really good. He's just a Sour Dragon starter. He like helps you bait into your certain cards. If you draw him and Swap Frog, you can usually bait out Phoenix and Ash and some pretty good cards. 1 Mullen Glacia. It's the first turn deck. If you're not going first, you side it out. 3 Swap Frog and 1 Rodent Totem. This card never gets down in attack mode, so I'm putting it like that. These cards are broken. Enough said. And then honestly, I wish I didn't play this card, because this card honestly sucks in your main deck. You would basically want to play only cards that are good in your deck. So honestly, what I think I'm going to do is I'm going to swap these out for Extravagance. That might just be the better option. Like, if you can just play Extravagance in instead, which I have 3 of now. So, I mean, if this was this card, I probably would have top 8'd that regional, to be honest. Every single time I drew this card, it just sucked. I just had a 5 card hand to play with. Like, if I had this card instead, could have been insane. You know what I mean? So that's the one change I'd definitely make to the main deck. But yeah, Ash Blossom, she's there to stop Shaddol fusion that I never got to actually stop with it. That's your monsters. Spells, 3 Call by the Grave. This card's insane. I mean, you need this card in your deck. Like, this is like a combo deck that relies on not getting Ash essentially or Droll unlocked. So 2 Instant Fusion. This is how you make your combos. Another card maybe I would put to 3, honestly, just because you really want to see it. This card's just like really good. 2 more of Greed. You side this out every game, but it's just a consistency card. I love having it in my deck. At a 2 of, it's really nice. Very consistent. For your 1-0s, 1 Monster Reborn, 1 for 1, 1 Pot of Avarice, and this card that you have to play that's pretty good, but it sucks. 40 card main deck. Alright, so for the extra deck, we got 1 Mermail Abyss Alicia. I mean, she's really good. If you played Extravagance, this extra deck would change, but I mean, she's just really good in general. Have 1 Marincess Coral Anemone. She's really good for Swap Frog combos. 1 Cross Sheep for your instant fusion. Obviously, Norden essentially on sheep legs. 1 Nightmare Phoenix. This is unnecessary, but necessary at the same time. Like, Soul Drains at 3. No one's playing it at 3 right now, though. 1 Trisbania. I mean, this card's good. If you can resolve this card, it's basically like a Storm Duster and then deal some damage too, so it's good in time. 1 Saruja. This is one change I made to the extra deck that I actually liked having there. It's not like super important, but it's nice to have there. The draw and the special summon, also very good. 1 Boral Sword. I mean, this card helps you OTK when you need it. 1 Ampaloosa. She's disgusting. Period. 2, totally awesome. With the swap frog bull stuff, you need this card. I mean, it's just really good in general, especially when you can summon it with this card. And one of that card, obviously. One Abyss Dweller. There's no reason not to run one Abyss Dweller, honestly. It's just like really good to have in general, and there's no reason not to have this card, especially since it boosts out your waters 500. A lot of people didn't even know that. Like, some people were swinging into Toad while this was on the board, and I had the Abyss on it, and like, yep, Toad's at 3,200. And they're like, oh, I take, 200 damage or whatever. One of this card, honestly, I think I'd rather have different cards than rank 7s. I feel like rank 7s are just not strong enough right now. Rank 8s rank 9s pretty good, but rank 7s are not that great. 1 Vermilion Dragon. I actually summon this card a lot, surprisingly. Like, sometimes when you draw Bisteus and Diva, you just need to bait some back row before you summon Megalo to try and kill them. So you just summon this, and then if they strike it, you get your if they strike the effect, you get your Diva back, which is disgusting. And 1 Rare Fish. I mean, enough said. Side deck. 3 Nibiru. I mean, this card is disgusting. If you draw this card and resolve it, you're winning. I just resolved against Salamangreat, and the kid just had to end, and I just destroyed him. 3 Cosmic Cyclone. This card's really good. Goodbye Mystic Mine after turn 1 when you already have cards on the board. So like, I just didn't want to put Lightning Star on this deck because I always want to have cards on the board. And I don't know when I'm going to be going second because I'm always choosing to go first in this deck, essentially. And when I'm going second, I'd rather just have these cards. 3 Dark Ruler No More, and 3 Evening Match. So if I won game 1 by hand looping them or something like that, then these cards went in for sure because I know they're going to make me go second usually. Even if they're like a generic first turn like our first turn deck, like I just like would hand loop them for 2 cards, summon Toad, and they just are forced to, make me go second, which is nice. And then if you play against Shaddols or Invoked, anything like that, anything heavy spell count, you put in this card. Yeah. So honestly, like I said, the only change I'd really make is to probably put Extravagance in. I think it's really worth it in this deck. It's gonna put the power creep in that the deck needs. So I'm gonna tell you guys about my pairings. Just look at the cards while I talk about it. Alright, so round 1, I played against Dino. We actually didn't have enough seats in the regional, and that was funny because I was like one of the last tables in the regional, so I wound up having to wait 25 minutes for my round, and then I 2-0'd my opponent in 20 minutes. I won the dice roll. I OTK'd him because he literally, he won the dice roll, sorry. And he literally drew his hand, passed. I just summoned Diva, OTK him. Game 2, he decided to go first. He just summoned Oviraptor. I ashed it. And then he did Lost World. Didn't really do much. And okay. I won. Round 2, I played against Rockets. And this was definitely the toughest match of the whole regional. The Rocket deck's really good. And it's really hard to out the humongous board plus anti-spell. Anti-spell just made it so I couldn't Dark Ruler no more and kill him. So game 1, I went first. I ripped 2 cards from his hand and summoned Toad. He scooped. Game 2, he opened up anti-spell, double negate. I scooped. Game 3, I bricked, and that was just about the end of that. So that was I won game 1, lost 2 games in a row. Thought we were gonna make it through that, especially with how good my hand was game 2, but anti-spell just stopped me from being able to do anything. Round 3, I put against shaddol, traptrick, droll and lock combo, where they like have the traptrick card or whatever it is, the trick star card, where they make you banish your hand and then droll and lock you and just absolutely destroy you. But I wound up 2-0 him just because he never really had any setup board. Round 4, I put against a local friend. I won the die roll. He was playing Dino. I just opened better, honestly, both games. It was a pretty tough match in general for both of us, but I just opened better, so I wound up winning. Round 5, I played against somebody who was definitely kind of a scumbag low-key, but I wound up being nice about it, and I shouldn't have. He was playing Musketeer. I had no clue what was going on in that whole match. Game 1, I set up my board. It wasn't huge, but it did have mezuchi on, or mezuchi, whatever that card's called, on Abyssalacia. And the first thing he did was activate Upstart Goblin, and he instantly drew the card and started hand shuffling, and I could have sharked him. I know this. Like, I've been playing Yu-Gi-Oh! For a very long time. I know I could have sharked him and got an instant game win for him trying to do that, because I told him what mezuchi did. He knew that. He knew it negates the first spell he activates force. I told him that. But I was like, hey dude, listen, like this negates the first spell you play, blah blah blah. And he was just like, oh well, you can call a judge on it if you want. He was being nice about it too, but I said, you know what, dude, let's just play like it never happened. We'll just continue on with the game state as the way it is. He baited me down to him only having one card. I had no negates or anything, and he just actually missed mine, and I lost because I did not main deck Cosmic Cyclone. Game 2, I hand looped him. He scooped. And game 3, he summoned a dude and ended, and I really didn't know how to side, so I didn't side in Dark Ruler no more, which I definitely should have, because that's basically how you destroy that deck. But I just summoned Prince, and he just popped it, and then next turn he killed me. So that was a loss, win, loss. That was my round 6. Round 7, oh no, sorry, that was my round 5. Round 6, I played against somebody who was 14 years old. He was a really good player, and he was playing Salamangreat. We had a really tough match, but game 1, I won. I like hand looped him and then killed him. Game 2, he won because he just drew better, and Salamangreat just like if it draws better than your deck, you can't beat it. And game 3, we were like 40 seconds away from time as we're starting, and we're like rushing each other. We were like 3 minutes away from time as we're starting. And we're like rushing each other to play, so we're just playing extremely quickly. And he did the play where he bounces a dude after attacking with that new hand trap that they play. And I had Melon Glacier in the field, and he didn't actually know what Melon Glacier's full effect was, so he didn't bounce my Melon Glacier to the hand. So the next turn I literally just attacked, and I won right before time. But I kind of wish I tied with that kid, so I would have winning that win. But I wound up tying with that kid, and I wish I hadn't. Because round 7, I played against Grand Maju. Game 1, I had a crappy hand of like this card, Swap Frog, and Instant Fusion. I wound up making like Bahamut Shark, and right as I summoned Bahamut Shark, it was like my 5th special summon, he never me. And I was just like, well, there goes that game. And then game 2, I just opened Booty, and he Gizmek on my turn, and then Desires, and then Gizmek effect, and then just summon Grand Maju, attack for game. Couldn't do anything. So I'm X3 at this point. Round 8, I put against shaddol invoked. He went first. He didn't really like do the combo correctly, so I just OTK'd him. And game 2, he did like a small combo, but I opened the Stone Cold Nuts. It just didn't matter. And round 9, I played against Musket, knowing now how to play against the deck, and I had to side against Dark Ruler or side Dark Ruler against the deck. I knew it helped. So game 1, I did my Melon Glacier combo, and he scooped, and then game 2, he went first, and I summoned a dude, and I Dark Ruler no more. I made a huge board, and then I ended. And yeah, that was just about it. That was 6-3 in the regional, 260 people. It was a lot of fun, and I wish I hadn't got 39th, but we tried as hard as we could, and we did as well as we could with this deck. I don't think I'm going to play this at the next regional. I think I might wait till Mega Roll 5 to play it in a big event again. Probably should bring Dino so I can go get my invite before the invites are gone, and then I'll be taking it to every regional. But it was a lot of fun playing this deck. I have always a lot of fun playing Mermail. Big shout out to my friend Benny for making top 32 in this regional. Shout out to all my friends that came with me to this regional. Shout outs to my friend Chris and Antonio. I love seeing you guys from different states, so it's nice to travel and see you guys. But yeah, hope you guys have a great day today and enjoy the profile and the tournament report. Peace.